Hey everybody, bit of a different one today. This isn't part of the build series that I'm currently doing on this bike, but I will give a very quick update on that. Basically, the parts have been now listed and sent to Wimoto to request them, and they just need to check it out. So it's going to be a few days before I get those parts in. So in the meantime, I'm going to take the fenders off and clean this up a bit. So that's what's going on with the project. And if you saw the last episode of that, I talked about how this back tyre has just as I was putting this away to do the work to it, I noticed the tyre was going down in about 24 hours. And because I'm replacing the tyre anyway and the valve on the wheel, I don't actually really need to worry about finding out why this is leaking. But the thing is, I don't actually know why it's leaking, because I can't find any reason. So I thought I'd do a video on how you find leaks, and hopefully I'll find one. Might be useful for you if you've never done this before. So, as you can see, this is pretty flat. So the first thing I need to do is pump it up. I've got that up to about normal pressure, but as long as it's got positive pressure in there, it should leak the air out. Now, visually, if we go around this tyre, strange bulge feel there, but I don't think that's it. Binding up. Okay, so we've got something here that looks like a stone to me. That is indeed a stone. Normally, you'll never have this problem, or at least I've never had this problem in all the years that I've been riding bikes. I've had lots of punctures, but I've never really been in question as to where the puncture was. Apart from the strangest puncture that I got on my Pulse Adrenaline. Or was it my Sinus Apache? I can't remember, one of them. One of the spokes broke, and it went back inside the wheel and punctured the inner tube back inside, from the inside rather than from the outside. Okay, there's something else here, but again, that looks like a stone to me. Yeah, that's flint. Could be from green laning. Okay, well, it isn't instantly obvious what's going on here, so stage 2 is you take some soapy water. You don't need, a lot of soap in it, just a little bit. I actually just had some fairy liquid and water that I used to clean the bike off with, and I just topped it up so it's very diluted. And if we spray that over the wheel, oh, bingo. Straight away. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You can see it. Actually, like misting off the moisture. Is that it, though? No. It is an absolutely tiny, pin-sized hole that is actually atomizing water out of it. Because you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. There you go. You might have just seen it then spray off. Maybe it will show up now. You can check your valves the same way. Squirt around them, on top of them. Yeah, valves are fine. That's good to know. But yeah, so it was a pinprick hole in the tyre, which takes, well, it seems to be able to let the tyre down in about 24 hours. What has made such a tiny, thin hole through it, I don't know. Piece of wire, piece of cable, something like that out on the road. Now, where that is, how would you repair that? I suppose that's the next question. Being such a tiny, tiny little hole, a patch, you can get these things called like lily pad patches, which you have to increase the size of the hole and then they go in from the inside and you'd hear them on the inner surface. Its placement would be okay to do that. There's also another kind that you would have to put a core in from the outside and chop it off. They're temporary fixes. The lily pads, apparently, as long as they're done properly, are more of a permanent fix, because they actually have a pin that sort of pulls through. You chop it off of the surface and then the entire back surface is adhered to the inside of the tyre, so it's a proper repair. Of course, this being a tubeless tyre, other options where it could be leaking air is on the beads. A very small amount, I guess it can happen, and the valve. If it's a tube tyre, in other words that it's got an inner tube inside it, you know you just need to replace that tube. If I had a pinprick hole like that with a tube tyre, replace the tube, make sure there's nothing sticking out from the inside, and just carry on. But as I say, this is old anyway, as you can see. It's getting pretty close in places. So new tyres are coming anyway, so no problem for me. Found this one interesting or useful, smack that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe for more, and if you want to see the continuation of the build series on this bike, subscribe, as I say. And if you'd like to help support this channel, consider joining my Patreon, links in the description. There's lots of benefits with that. And as I say, you help make this channel possible. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.